The word on the street is Kim Kardashian and Beyoncé are in the middle of a very nasty beef right now after Kim pulled some strings behind the scenes to destroy 12-year-old Blue Ivy's career so that her daughter Northwest can become more successful. There have been speculations for a minute now that Kim has been trying to use North to secretly compete with Beyoncé, especially after Blue became the youngest artist to win a Grammy and started making waves for performing with Beyoncé during the Renaissance tour. However, it's looking like there's some truth to those speculations because Kim is getting really desperate and she's paying so much money to get North to compete with Blue. For those of y'all who have somehow missed out on all the drama that's gone down a few days ago, Kim came under fire when it was revealed that she had secretly paid off a bunch of casting directors so that North could get the role of young Simba in the live concert film for The Lion King. A lot of people were not here for this because they felt like North did not have the talent nor qualifications to get this role, and that it was given to her solely because she's Kim Kardashian's daughter. North's vocals on stage were very bad, and it was clear that she had no business being up there. At first, it sounded like some people was just hating on North, but the mother of one of the kids who had also auditioned for the same exact role that North played made an entire TikTok video and exposed Kim for paying the casting directors to ditch the other very talented kids who actually had auditioned for weeks and gone through multiple screen tests so that North, who didn't even bother to audition, could get the role over them. The woman recalled the time that her and her daughter as well as the other kids were sitting in the audition room when Kim and North literally walked in, and just after a few minutes of Kim speaking to the casting directors, the role was handed to North and the other kids got sent home.
Extremely talented and gorgeous daughter auditioned for the role of Simba in this production of The Lion King at the Hollywood Bowl. We were so excited for her to get this audition. She's been on Broadway 4 times already and has had parts in TV film, so we felt she had the perfect experience for this role. Her agent sent her up the audition and she made it through 4 rounds of callbacks, and the final round was with 3 girls and my daughter was one of them. But while we were waiting in the audition room with one other girl and her mother, someone walked in. It was Kim Kardashian with Northwest. We had heard that there was someone that was in the industry that was pulling strings to get their daughter in front of the casting director. We found out it was Northwest on that final audition, and we were so disappointed. We had heard that they wanted to cast a talented kid with some good experience, but one that doesn't have a name, because they wanted to uplift a smaller voice in the community. And we thought my daughter was that person. But Kim Kardashian allegedly paid her daughter to be in this production, and her daughter does not have the experience for this role, as you could see. It is extremely disappointed, and Mr. Hollywood, I hope you learned your lesson to not cast a Nepo baby over talent.
Once this news came out, it became clear to a lot of people that Kim was secretly trying to use North to compete with Blue. In fact, just a week before it was announced that North was going to play this role, it was also announced that Blue had landed a voice acting role in the upcoming Lion King prequel. Don't you all find it real weird how Kim randomly decided to buy North a role in the Lion King concert film just a week after it was announced that Blue was going to be in the prequel? She's trying to get North to match up to Blue despite North not being interested in any of these things. A blind thing who works behind the scenes recently spilled all the tea about this when they said this illiterate reality star has taken digs at the offspring of 2 permanent A-listers and thinks her own child has more ability and will be more successful. It all feels very petty, but what does one expect from the reality show Kim Kardashian, Blue Ivy, Beyoncé, and Jay-Z/and Northwest child? We all know Kim is capable of doing just about anything under the sun to stay relevant, but this is a new low even for her. But see, this ain't the only time that Kim has been called out for trying to one-up Beyoncé and using North as a pawn to get back at her. Kim started this off by originally trying to sneak her way into becoming Beyoncé's BFF, but B made it very clear to her that she had no interest in getting that close to her and really didn't like her for real. Back when Jay-Z and Kanye were still close friends, Kanye asked Jay and B to his wedding with Kim, but they ditched the wedding last minute and never showed up. Kim and Kanye did not take to this very well, and that's when the tension started between them and Jay and B during an interview with Charlemagne. Kanye said, "I understand they were going through some things, but if it's family, you're not going to miss the wedding. I got to say my truth. It got so bad at one point that Kanye actually went on a rant during his show in Sacramento back in 2016 and went off on Jay-Z and Beyoncé. He accused them of being horrible friends and claimed that they'd been working overtime to destroy his business ever since they fell out with Kim. Jay-Z later clapped back with him in Beyoncé's 2018 joint album Everything Is Love, in which he specifically said the reason why he and Beyoncé missed Kim and Kanye's wedding was because Beyoncé and Kim were having beef behind the scenes. He rapped, "I ain't going to nobody, nothing when they and my wife are beefing. I don't care if the house is on fire. I ain't going. I'm taking care of my kids," after he's done crying. Going back to North and Blue, people didn't even know Kim was purposely using North to get back at Beyoncé until last year when Beyoncé brought Blue out to perform with her during the Renaissance tour. Around that time, Blue was getting a lot of accolades, and next thing we know, Kim got to doing many TikTok vlogs with North so that they can be all on the news. It was beyond obvious what she was trying to do, and people were not buying it at all. Kim failed at sneaking her way into Beyoncé's circle. She failed at matching up to Beyoncé, so now she's prepping North to go up against Blue Ivy. This is all a game for her, and unfortunately North is being used in the process. As usual, people had their own thoughts about this, like this person who said, "I said this a long time ago." Kim is clearly pushing North to compete with Blue Ivy. Blue Ivy is the next heir after Beyoncé and will be successful, and North will be cast to the socialite lane just like her mother and aunties. Kim badly wants to rid the non-talented story that people believe about her and her sisters, and she's using North to do it. Kim literally humiliated North by pushing her into that Lion King role, and it's only going to get worse. Both girls are beautiful, but Beyoncé is letting Blue to earn her place, not buying it like him. Blue had to work on that tour and practice singing and dancing. North had no practice, and it's clear Kim needs to stop. Another person said, "North is a kid, so I won't be mean, it's not her fault, but Kim should be ashamed, taking roles from kids who actually deserve it and paying for it. This is not a strength for North, and it showed." But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you all think about Kim paying for North to get that part? And do you think Kim is secretly using North to compete with Blue Ivy? If you've been wondering what to do, let me know your thoughts in the comment part down below. And don't forget to click here to watch this other very messy video.